Good morning, my fellow respectable, unobjectionable, decorous patriots. Take a look at this headline. Cameltoe yet to visit border, meeting Texas Democrats who blocked the voting bill. Why, this isn't showing the party line. Who dares have this independent thought? Let's take a look at the first paragraph and see if we can figure it out. Cameltoe announced Thursday she will meet the Democratic state lawmakers who recently blocked Texas's voting bill next week, but she wouldn't indicate when she plans to visit the U.S.-Mexico border. Well, do you think this was from Fox, the Gateway Pundit, or even Breitbart? No, it seems Newsweek of all people. They had an independent thought. I'm pretty sure whoever wrote this, they'll be stamped on for having to dare criticize Cameltoe. Let's go to a more left-winging, dummy-friendly publication. One that's bought and paid for by them. NPR. Cameltoe tells Guatemalans not to migrate to the United States. You see, that's why she didn't go to the border yet. She's already addressed the issue. Don't come. I know I told you to come when I was running for office, but now that I've been placed in the office, don't come. Let's find out what she said. Cameltoe, in her first foreign trip, had a direct message for Guatemalans thinking of migrating to the United States. Do not come. In this news conference Monday, she said she wanted to help Guatemalans find hope at home. She added, I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come! Do not come! Man, it sounds like she's talking to one of her past clients, doesn't it? She added, the United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. One last paragraph. Record numbers of people, mostly from Central America, have come to the U.S. border with Mexico in recent months to try to seek asylum. Bullshit! Fleeing violence and corruption. You notice that nowhere in these two articles is it called a crisis. Let's take a look at yet one more news source. I'm going with Al Jazeera because, well, at least they put up a story that shows the crisis at the border, although they don't call it that. Look at the headline. Migration at U.S.-Mexico border still high despite Biden's efforts. Yeah, let's go on. The number of migrants arriving in the United States through its southern border with Mexico remained high during the month of May, despite sustained diplomatic efforts by the Biden administration to stem the surge. Now, you know why I put the previous story in there. Their efforts to stem the surge was to send good old Cameltoe to Guatemala and Mexico, where she did absolutely squat. Let's go on a little bit more with the story. According to statistics published by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, 180,000 people were apprehended along the U.S.-Mexico border in May, up slightly from 178,622 the previous month. Yeah, it's only up slightly. It's not like the numbers were astronomical to begin with. As it states just one paragraph down, the statistics released on Wednesday were the highest in 20 years. You still don't think this is a border crisis, Democrats? Now, let's take a look at these CBP stats. Let's take a look at total encounters. For all of year 2017, the Border Patrol had 310,000 encounters. In 18, 404,000 encounters. These numbers are near crisis levels. 2019, 859,000 encounters. Holy moly, if that isn't a crisis, I don't know what is. And in 2020, when President Trump's wall construction was really underway and his hiring of Border Patrol agents had started to take effect, it dropped by more than half to 405,000. Still some pretty bad numbers, but the wall hadn't been completed and President Trump wasn't finished yet, or so we thought. Take a look what Uncle Joe has to work with. 899,000 just through May. Worse numbers than for all of President Trump's administration. This 899,000 people is far worse than Trump's worst year, which we would call a crisis. And the year only goes to May so far. We've still got more than half of it left. Going at this rate, the numbers by the end of the year may eclipse President Trump's full term. Just 1 year's worth. It's no wonder that the propaganda outlets, the legacy media, don't want to talk about this subject.